Guys, I think it's really important we have an open and honest discussion. It's about that time. We got to talk about Doug McDermott. I've really held off talking about Dougie because honestly, I really expected him to be McBuckets, but he has not been that, okay? He has not been McBuckets at all. So Doug McDermott will miss the remainder of the regular season with an ankle sprain. Now, first and foremost, obviously, this is out of his control. I will never get onto a player for not being healthy and not being available to play. Like, sometimes it's just out of your control, and something like an ankle sprain, man, it happens to the best of us, okay? But I have to be honest, dude. Just overall, as far as what's my assessment of Doug McDermott, I didn't even know he was playing. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't even know he was playing. He's been so non-existent in these games. And I think there's partially due to the way that the Spurs play him, but I think a lot of it is just him as a player. I don't think he really fits with this right now. But overall, just looking at his stats, dude, I'll be honest with you guys. I've seen most of these games, and I don't recall Doug McDermott being in it. And after looking at these stats, this is why. This is the reason why I don't remember. Because even in this last month, I mean, these are 3 minutes, obviously. Okay, obviously. But before that, 23 minutes with 7 points, 1 for 6 from 3. 28 minutes, 2 for 4 from 3. And I'm gonna look at the threes, okay? Because that's really what I care about. Charlotte Hornets, 1 for 5. Kings, 0 for 2. Like, he's been a non-factor on both ends of the court. Now, what is it about Doug McDermott that I think is kind of worrying? Well, first and foremost, you guys brought this up before, but yes, I'm starting to really believe he's playing under his contract, and I don't know if he'll get to the point where he's playing up to the contract. He's one of those really weird players, strange players with us right now that doesn't hurt us, nor does he really help us. He's just right in that weird spot, right in that no man's land where you don't know what he's gonna do to necessarily help the team or push you to the next level. And then on top of it, with us in the middle of a rebuild, it's just not pretty. So, but overall, when it comes to Doug McDermott, I think some of the big issues that we're having is the way that we utilize him. We kind of put him in the game, expect him to go ahead and put up shots, as many shots as you can, and if you can't, then he go and sit down. And even on top of that, I think the team as a whole don't necessarily give him a lot of opportunities. There's not a whole bunch of screens or any plays set up for Doug McDermott, really. It's very rare when there's any type of play to set him up. If you recall, even though people hate it when you bring up Brent Forbes had a pretty successful career with the Spurs, especially that MIP season, if you know what I mean, when he should have got most improved player. But it was really due to the fact that we were setting him up pretty often, but we're in a different space now. We're trying to see who's going to be the guy, who's going to be the person that steps up. And yeah, it's just a weird place for Dougie right now. Now, overall, when it comes to this report, it's really sad. It is really sad. It's a grade 3 ankle sprain. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm just totally beat up about it, because honestly, his averages are so strange to me. He's averaging 11 points, and I'm shocked. I'm shocked he's averaging that much. I'm shocked that he played 51 games. And I'm not trying to just throw him under the bus. He is a Spur. I love him, okay? I think he's a good overall player. I'm just starting to think that the fit with us just doesn't work. And every now and then he'll have a game where it's like stands out. 3 for 6 against the Thunder, in which he has 16 points, 3 for 5 against the Bulls, in which he had 19 points. It's here and there, okay? It's hit and miss with him. But overall, I think the way the team is constructed, I think just him overall trying to fit in with us, I don't think it's necessary. I'm starting to really believe that contract just necessarily wasn't worth it. Now, it doesn't, and what I mean by when I say that he doesn't hurt us or help us is that we still have a stupid amount of cap space left. It's not like he's taken up a big chunk of the cap space by any means, okay? 13 is quite a bit, but at the same time, you knew what you were getting as far as, or you thought you knew what you were getting as far as what type of player he was at that time. And he had a lot of potential going into the season. But overall, man, it's just sad. I hate to say that most people were kind of right about this pickup. A lot of people weren't excited about it. I was one of the few that were, and I have to sit back, and I guess maybe it's easy hindsight now that, you know, he is gone for the rest of the season, but I think it's fair to go ahead and give a overall assessment, and that overall assessment is he ain't it, Chief. He is not it. So you guys let me know what you think. Please just be real in the comments. Don't be overly mean. Don't be as mean as you want to be. I don't care. I'll be with you guys later. Till next time, man.